got my Buddy Buddy tempo up. Let's see what I got next. My God. Never thought this day would come, but it's finally come.
Never believed it, that Sonic Boom could work.
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
God!
Damn it, did you really have to ruin it?
Well, first of all, you suck at singing. And
Oh, come on,
second of
just
all,
let him
shut
be.
up. Why are you doing a musical?
Because the next episode is going to be a musical episode, obviously.
Oh, okay. Well, I think doing a musical is missing the point.
So what's your point?
My point is that there is no singing in this episode.
Wait, are you telling me that Let's Play Musical Friends is not a musical episode?
Yep.
Yep.
What? Whoa. Hey guys, Nitsa Gamer here, and welcome back to another Sonic Boom Vlogs, episode 23. I'm saying another vlogs, even though I'm technically just doing a review of every episode in an individual video. It doesn't matter. Episode 23, Let's Play Musical Friends, and it has nothing to do with a musical, I can guarantee you that. So the episode starts off where Dr. Eggman is talking to his new AI, who is pretty much not a robot, but pretty much a computer or a virus, as we'll find out later, who has a specific name, but I don't recall the name at the moment, as I'm actually reviewing this episode right after I watched it, and you'll see why I'm reviewing this episode as soon as possible, despite the fact that it's 3 a.m. now. And yeah, when Orbot and Cubot are fed up with Dr. Eggman treating them like crap all the time and all that, and for the fact that his new AI friend is treating them like crap, they start packing up, and yeah, I really love the surrealism of how Orbot is packing up his baguette. I mean, how the heck does a robot eat a baguette? I mean, it's just so weird. I mean, hey, I guess that's how cartoon bread is drawn. I mean, was there ever a moment in, like, any cartoon ever made where there's any other bread except for a baguette? Okay, maybe a hamburger and a hot dog bun I see later on, but you kind of get my point. So yeah, Orbot and Cubot pretty much go and meet Sonic and his friends at Madburger.
Hey, dudes! What are you two doing here?
And an interesting fact is that they're all eating a hamburger, except for Amy, who for some reason is eating a chili dog. What is wrong with Sonic not eating the chili dog? Look at this. This guy is supposed to eat the chili dog, not this little girl. This guy is supposed to eat the chili dog, guys. Okay, so, yeah. Orbot and Cubot try to pretty much clarify that they are leaving Eggman for good and that they want to join Team Sonic's side. But, of course, they make up their excuses and all that, and Knuckles is pretty much trying to find an excuse. And that leaves Tails pretty much just going, trying to make him an excuse, and of course he can't really think of an excuse, and we finally see the inside of his home, which we haven't really seen since the first few couple of episodes, and from that point on, I don't know what the last episode was that they stopped using his, home, but pretty much from that episode on, they pretty much only showed his workshop, and we do see both the workshop and his home in this episode, so it's pretty nice to see Tails' home back. And yeah, for the most part, Orbot and Cubot don't really fit in, but Tails pretty much insists them to try out a game. And it's a game where you have to go as fast as you can, spin around, and collect a bunch of rings. Wait, what?
Try this video game. You run, roll, and collect rings as fast as you can.
Ah, that sounds terrible.
Okay. Excuse my laughing, because I'm going to be laughing a lot in this entire vlog. So you got Orbot and Cubot that are fighting over the game to possibly play it, just to suddenly have the game get hacked, or the computer get hacked, as suddenly the virus that Dr. Eggman has made friends with is taking over his robots, including Burnbot, who we have seen in a couple of episodes. Really? Wonder who that could be. It says anonymous, so I don't know. So, anyway, actually maybe I should put that on vibrate, so that way no one has to interrupt me again. When Dr. Eggman comes back into the room, the virus, again, I don't remember the villain's name, so I'm just going to call him Virus. He pretty much puts the robots back to normal, and then Orbot and Cubot realize that they have to go back and warn Dr. Eggman about this virus's evil schemes. So they go back to the lair, warn Dr. Eggman, to which Dr. Eggman, of course, doesn't believe him, but rather than just go with the "I don't believe you" cliche right away, of course, the evil villain actually shows his true motives and starts attacking Dr. Eggman. And of course, Team Sonic gets involved, and then it gets to the point where they have to try to defeat this virus. So when Tails goes to his laptop, he realizes that he's unable to defeat the virus unless they were to actually go in the systems if an artificial intelligence was to go inside the system, as he can't go past the firewalls. So they pretty much rip off the Matrix as Orbot and Cubot lay in the beds, and then they get put into Tails' computer. And upon arriving, we pretty much get the game that I guess Tails was talking about. And yeah, they make a couple of references along the way.
Might I say you look dashing in 16-bit?
Actually, it's 17-bit. Yeah, what if the princess is in another castle?
Wow. Super Mario reference in a Sonic game. Awesome. I'm glad to see that you guys are getting along rather than showing these guys as rivals. I'm really glad for you guys. And when they're about to get crushed between walls, Cubot pretty much saves them by...
Up, down, left, right, B, A, start.
That's right, the Konami code. I mean, the Konami code out of all codes that he could possibly have saved them with. But yeah, it's pretty cool that they reference the Konami code in Sonic Boom and how they just parody video games in this episode. And yeah, it's not really the first time that a video game movie has done the Konami code, as Wreck-It Ralph has done it when King Candy was trying to hack the game and all that. And yeah, so if Sonic was a cameo in Wreck-It Ralph, appeared on the posters, and they make the Konami code appear in a Sonic Boom episode, that means we can expect Walt Disney's Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, you're right, I know. It's not gonna work. So how about this? Sonic the Hedgehog the Musical. Yeah, I know. I think it's better if we just stick with Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. You guys are really selfish. We'll just stick with the original Sonic the Hedgehog and not do a musical. And yeah, when they confront the villain, they do a hilarious game called Rock Donut Thursday. So obviously a parody to Rock, Paper, Scissors, and it's so funny because they actually use confusion to defeat the virus, and it's really awesome. And yeah, as much as the virus's actual appearance is kind of underwhelming in comparison to his 8-bit form or his 16-bit form, or possibly 17-bit, you never really know, I will be honest, I really do like the design of this virus. I mean, if anything, he kind of reminds me of two particular characters. A mix of Majora's Wrath from Majora's Mask and the Avatar. I mean, yeah, he has the arrow on top of his head, which, speaking of which, yeah, that's actually a show that I'm watching right now, and I just finished this season, and I'm about to get on to the third season, so yeah, expect my second vlog on this one, and if you haven't seen my first one, check it out. If you haven't seen the show, then check this out as well. Avatar is pretty dang good. And you know what? This episode is definitely no exception. This episode as a whole, in my opinion, is such a solid episode. And yeah, if I were to actually talk about my top 4 episodes, which I all gave a 9 out of 10, my number 1 episode was Dude, Where's My Eggman, which starred Orbot and Cubot. And then my second favorite episode was The Meteor, which is the body switching between Dr. Eggman and Sonic, and I really love the performances in that. The third episode was Dr. Eggman's Tomato Sauce, and that's because it had a great balance of build-up during the first half and action in the second half. And then the fourth episode was the episode that came before this, which was The Curse of Buddy Buddy Temple, where we see Dr. Eggman and Sonic have to work together in order to survive. And yeah, those episodes were all given a 9 out of 10, and they really deserve it. This episode is better than those episodes. That's right. This episode, in my opinion, is the best episode, at least by what I've seen so far. Episode 23 is so far the best episode out of the 23 episodes that I've seen. And the reason why is because it is absolutely hilarious. I mean, granted, it didn't really have an emotional moment like how Dude, Where's My Eggman did, but I'll be honest, I really did enjoy Let's Play Musical Friends a lot more than Dude, Where's My Eggman? And no, not because it's an Orbot and Cubot centered episode. I mean, Dr. Eggman is still my favorite Sonic Boom character, but again, Orbot and Cubot just seem to have this really likability whenever they're on screen. They're just really hard to resist every time they're on screen. They're just so enjoyable that you kind of wonder what kind of jokes are they going to make? What kind of confusions are they going to make? Or, you know, how they're going to, like, advance the plot in a comedic way, because these guys are just so hilarious with some of their AI jokes and all that. And considering that this entire episode is a satire on video games, which is Sonic's main medium, is just absolutely perfect, and it's such a great blend. Pretty much the references with like Super Mario, the Konami joke, and maybe the possible reference to Majora's Wrath and Avatar is actually pretty cool. In fact, I actually kind of felt like I was watching an Avatar episode, or at least a 24-minute episode as opposed to an 11-minute episode. I mean, this episode actually felt like it was longer than the usual episodes, and it was really great. And again, the humor in this is perfect. Pretty much every joke they make doesn't make me facepalm or say, it was kind of a weak joke. These jokes hit bullseyes, and even the weakest one hits a bullseye as well. And I'll play the scene where it's probably the weakest.
Next time you should be more careful.
That wasn't funny the first 67 times you said it.
Next time he should crab more careful.
Okay, now you're just trying to annoy me.
And the reason why I find it so funny is because Amy acknowledges it, and it's Knuckles. He's hilarious in the TV show as opposed to the video game, which I pretty much ripped on the video game so many times, so I pretty much don't want to do that again. This episode, in my opinion, is the best episode by far. It's humorous throughout the entire thing. It has a great satire on video games, and the animation is not just the 3D animation that we see pretty much with the other episodes previously, but it also has like that 17-bit animation, which is absolutely well done, and it's just a great satire, great comedy, great action, great suspense, and a great episode with Orbot and Cubot to star in. And yeah, I can't think of anything wrong with this episode, but if I did have to complain about one thing, it would have to be the title of the episode. Let's Play Musical Friends. Now, there's really nothing that is musical about it, so why the heck did they call it Let's Play Musical Friends? Well, apparently, if you look on the Sonic Wikipedia, apparently the reason why they called it is because after Orbot and Cubot leave Dr. Eggman, they have to try to find a new friend. And since the game Musical Chairs is a game where you have to rotate and try to get to a certain chair and all that, it's pretty much saying that Orbot and Cubot are trying to find a new friend, which honestly seems really unfitting because they pretty much leave Dr. Eggman, everybody leaves them except for Tails, and they really only stay in Tails' house for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and after that they go back to join Dr. Eggman again to save him from the virus, and yeah, that doesn't last very long, so if anything, I think the title was more of an afterthought. Now, does the title itself really destroy the episode? No. This episode is perfect. I think this is Sonic Boom at its best. So because of that, the final verdict for Let's Play Musical Friends gets a 9 plus 1 out of 10. A solid 10 out of 10. The first Sonic Boom episode with a 10 out of 10. That's right, you are listening to this right. This episode, in my opinion, is perfect. And even though the title itself could probably have been changed, this episode made me laugh throughout the entire thing. I don't think there was ever a Sonic Boom episode where I was laughing so hard throughout the entire thing. It made me feel like I was watching an Avatar episode, or at least the length of an Avatar episode. And I love the satire, the references, the characters, the jokes. Orbot and Cubot, and it was such a solid episode. This is definitely Sonic Boom at its best, and I can only hope that there's other episodes that can top these episodes, or at least top this episode, and be just as good as this episode, because this is definitely really good writing right here. So, yeah, this episode, in my opinion, is the best Sonic Boom episode, and again, from what I've seen so far. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't watched Sonic Boom, you. Let's Play Musical Friends is the best episode, and it was such an amazing episode. I laughed throughout the entire thing, and I was totally invested. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Again, I actually made this review after seeing this episode, so I actually didn't take the time to actually figure out what the next episode was called. So, I'll see you guys in the next Sonic Boom Vlogs. Goodbye. I have no regrets buying you guys.